talked about it and just how crazy and cool Jesus was. I think Jenny's dad couldn't even talk that night. It was just so much going on. And it was really awesome. We had a lot of crazy things in Heaven Come. We had Jenny's best friend, Carrie Job. She actually prophesied over my wife. And I didn't really know what prophesize meant. And we were all praying, and Carrie Job, I don't know if you guys all know her, she's a famous singer, famous worship singer. I didn't know who she was at that time. Jenny's best friend. I'll tell you that in a second, why I thought so. But she came and prayed over Nani, and I didn't catch all of it, but I got pieces. And she prayed over just such personal things. We've never met this woman in our entire lives. And out of 6,000 people, she came to my wife and prayed over, for healing with depression, babies, because we've been together 11 years. We haven't, we were kind of worried. But she prayed over that, and we had just started thinking about starting a family and everything. So it was crazy. Like, it was really intense on how she would know some of these things. But God was telling her. And the funny side of it, after the fact at home, I asked Jenny, I was like, did you guys tell her this, to come say these things? And she laughed because she was like, you think Carrie Job is my best friend? I just texted her and said, hey, I need you to go tell Adriana this. That was not the case. It was all God. And it's just amazing. We saw Victor get prophesied over, and that was super great. That was in front of everybody. It was one of the nights that they were just praying over random people in the crowd, and they saw him in his Braves hat, and he tried to sit down. He tried to deny it, and God wouldn't let that happen. So I know that was just an amazing experience, an amazing weekend. And that's when we really started our relationship with friends too. A few of us stayed back, the Copinis, the Coreys, Sean. We went out to this awesome restaurant, H&G Supply, under Dane's recommendation. If you're in Dallas, go there. It's fantastic. But we stayed there. I think we closed down the place, but we were just so in depth, in conversation all night. I think me and Lee, was most of the night. Everyone had their person that they were talking to, and we didn't even know that people came and were like, oh, we're closing down the place. Y'all need to leave. And we hadn't realized how long we were sitting there. Talking about Heaven Come, life, just all our goals and ambitions and stuff. It was great. And I think that's when the relationship started, deeply, I guess. So after Heaven Come, we were spiritually just charged up, if you will. We were ready to go, ready to get after Jesus. Got the hunger. That's what this key says. Rafer gave it to me this past summer sometime. It was before Heaven Come. And hunger. And I thought it was a great word and great thing, because definitely needed that. And to grow my relationship with God and the family, just life. So after that, we're all ready to go. Fast forward a couple months, so October 5th of this year. As I said, Nani and I had, talked about having a family. We didn't know, hoping things would happen. And it was a Saturday, and I had a conversation with God. I think I was driving to the store to get something. And I said, you know what, God, do you. We accept whatever is coming our way. And just left it up to him. Then the next day, this is a jam-packed weekend. 5th, 6th, and 7th of October was a lot of things. The 6th, which was Sunday, that was our Salvation Day here. We sang You Are My Champion, and I had a vision that day. Again, never experienced anything like that. It was actually during You Are My Champion. Jenny had paused, I think, in the middle of the song, and she said her piece. And then we began singing, and that's when, I had my eyes closed, and I could just see as clear as day. I was in this black fog, kneeled down on the ground. Black fog, I could see the light kind of coming through this black cloud that I was in, but I just had a hard time standing up to get out of it. And I finally did, all this is during the song, clear as day, stood up out of the shadows, I had on this like gold armor with the sun was shining. It was just reflecting all this light and made all the darkness just go away. I did this huge like battle cry, kind of, like Mel Gibson off of, freedom, So this huge just cry out and it just, this overwhelming release just came over me. And comfort of God, like we sang, Now I See, the new song we sang today. He says, I was blind, but now I see. And it was very intense, very emotional. And I just felt God's love and presence there in all of its glory. And there was no more darkness. Let go of the past, because I am no saint. I have made plenty of bad decisions. And thank God that He was watching over me, even when I didn't count on Him. I would not be here today without Him, because there's been some tough times. Very tough and very bad decisions that could not be standing here today. So for that, I thank Him. And that vision was it was insane. It was really neat. And then, of course, that was the Salvation Day. So I think Nani and I were in that back corner. It was during the Holy Place time. And Breck and Dane were back there. I was talking to Nani, and it was emotional. And she's like, do you need to go talk to one of them? I was like, no, I'm good. And then I don't know what came over me. It must have been God, because He was like, you need to go talk to Breck. I don't know why. I just saw Breck. I was like, all right. So I stood up, walked over there. I told him too, I think it was like, I have no idea what I'm supposed to say or do right now. I just felt that I needed to come over here and talk to you. So he prayed over me. And I guess that's the day you could say, I accepted God and Jesus Christ as my Savior. That was the day. So a lot of emotions. Then Monday, the next day, guys. Nani wasn't feeling too well, so she ended up taking a couple pregnancy tests, and they were positive. So tomorrow will be 10 weeks pregnant. And we are beyond excited, scared. Our first appointment will be the 26th. So if I can ask for all prayers, we're very nervous. We hope everything is good and dandy. I didn't know if I was going to bring this up today, but it kind of just worked out to where it was. But we are happy and nervous and scared, but we know God is with us, and we know that He will take care of us, and everything will be how it should be. But that was crazy. So that was a weekend. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. A lot of things. Let's see here. Yeah, I told Rayford God was just showing off at that point. And then, as with all the highs, there are lows. So the past couple weeks is November 5th. My best friend's Landon, he took his own life. And so it's been really rough. I've known him my entire life. We met when we were 5. So over 20 years, we were best buds. He was not just a friend, he was a brother to me. And I can't imagine just the darkness and how alone he felt. He had his wife. He has a 1-year-old beautiful daughter. And he's had his problems, but he had a heart of gold. He knew the Bible. He knew God. But he had his demons. And I think they ended up getting the better of him. I wasn't angry. I'm not angry at him for what he did. I'm saddened. My heart's broken for him and his family and what they have to go through now. But I think in this past year, just my mindset has changed, with God and growing, because I used to be so angry. I had, a lot of anger towards him. I would be so mad at God for just bad things that happened in my life. Just why me? Why? Poor, pitiful me, And that's kind of gone away. I have my moments still. We all do. We're human. But now I take a step back and I try to think of just, glorify Him in good moments and bad, because we have plenty of those, and we're going to have plenty of those. So just remember Him for all his greatness. And Landon, he struggled, but when we saw him at the funeral and everything, he was at peace. And it was the first time in a long time that got to see him like that. Wasn't struggling, wasn't fighting everything that he was fighting. So I'm not angry, and I'm sad, and I hope to see my buddy again one day. Did talk with Ray for the other day at work. The big controversial, suicide and Christianity. There's no answer to it. We don't know. We do our best interpretation, but I like to believe he's there. I like to believe that God is a forgiving God. And no matter what he did, I think in the end, in the final moments, I really think that he asked for forgiveness. And I think that God gave him that. So I hope to see my buddy again way down the road, hopefully, but one day. So that's that. That's the sad part. I'm sorry. This is the Thankful and Thanksgiving series. Just remember to just enjoy life, enjoy the people, and just help each other. We all struggle. We all have our demons, if you will, our struggles. And just be there. Open up. And trust me, coming from me, I'm not easy on that. But open up and give yourself to God. Because he's there, and it has helped so much just to be able to talk to him. Because he's answering. I mean, look at that crazy weekend in October. He's answering things. And he's working, and I can see it moving in all of you. Lee, I just told him, he texted me this weekend. And God has put a fire in his soul to just help and be there and be persistent. Because we've met once, and I'm just always like, no, life. And, so he is there, though. He is there, he is persistent, and he wants to help people. And I've seen their struggles, too. And Sarah's pregnant, that is so awesome. He is working, guys. It might not be the way that we thought, but he is there. My life has not worked out in any way as I envisioned it. In high school, you have all these plans, college, 4 years, graduate. It took me 8 years to get my bachelor's, okay, guys? So it's a slow go. But my job, I love it. I mean, I struggle with my boss. I gotta not punch him any day of the week. So it's been good. Just a different outlook on life. Trying. Have my moments, but what has God done to get me here? Well, he met me where I was, with all my doubt, my preconceived thoughts. He met me, and that should just show how awesome he was. You don't have to be this perfect saint-like figure. Just love him and ask for him, and he'll be there. And it has helped everything, with self-growth, with confidence, with just being a better husband, a better friend, more involved in life and family. And I still struggle with it. I still throw my fits if we have to go over to the parents, every other night of the week or something. We don't do that, but I still just I like my alone time, and it's kind of brought me out of the show. Peyton knows. They all know. So just in everyday moments, think of him. My piece of advice to everyone is just stay hungry. Love yourself, which is hard sometimes, but God sees us as perfect. So we have to realize that. And I know it's a struggle. Life is difficult, but I think together and through him we can do anything, accomplish anything. We see, new faces all the time coming here, and it's really neat what Rayford and Jenny have going on, and the message that is being brought to everybody. And there's no judgment. This is just a judgment-free zone, and I really, really love it. And I think that's about it. I know it's kind of short and sweet, guys, but I'm a newbie, only, just very recently, but I hope you guys get something out of this. And if you need to talk with anybody or do anything, if you know someone that's struggling, try. Because, I stepped away from Landon. Our lives are just, I grew up, if you will, and he just stayed doing things that he shouldn't be doing. And I just couldn't do it anymore. I mean, I was there for him, but maybe not as I should have. And that's something I'm struggling with now, is just, should I have done more? I don't think it would have changed anything. That was his choice, but we'll see him one day again.
Amen.
But thank you all.
Yeah. Love you, brother.
Love you too. Thank you guys.